Do you ever walk into Dollar Tree and see something and think, oh, that's cute. I wonder what I could do with that? Well, guess what? Today, I'm going to help you out. You're going to be running to Dollar Tree to pick up the supplies I used in today's video to make these really fun DIYs. My name is Courtney. Let's get crafting. You need one of these beaded wreath forms from Dollar Tree for this next project. We're going to turn this into a cute floral wreath. I've got my glue pot there. Y'all ask me about that a lot. And if you work with florals, I'm telling you, it's a game changer. You just simply dip the florals in there and you're good to go. Now, the first thing I want to do is take some floral foam and I'm going to cut a half circle. And the reason I'm doing this is just to make attaching the florals a lot easier. Also, by doing this, if you want to change out the florals easily, you can do so. So taking the floral foam, I'm just going to kind of use that beaded wreath form as a way to measure my half circle, and then I'm going to go ahead and trim that down. Once I get it trimmed down, I'm simply going to use some wire and I'm just going to wrap around the floral foam and the bottom of the beaded wreath form until I get that piece of floral foam secured. Now it's time to start adding your flowers. So I just used my tin snips to trim them down. I did dip them in a little bit of glue just to get them extra secured into that floral foam. And I just continued adding this little bouquet that I had until I got that filled in. And then I had these little pink flowers that came from Hobby Lobby and I used some of those in there. And then once it was completely looking how I wanted it to, at the very top, I just took some chiffon ribbon, tied a bow, and hot glued that to the very top. And now I've got myself a very shabby chic spring wreath. Moving into this project, you will need 2 of these wood pieces from Dollar Tree, along with some Dollar Tree wooden beads. Now, I realized once I pulled this jar down that somehow I mixed 2 different sizes of beads, so I'm having to pull out and make sure that I get all the right beads and that I have enough of those. And what you want to do is you want to line all 4 sides of one of these pieces of wood. So I'm going to go ahead and pull out the beads to make sure that I have enough and get them lined up where I want them to be. Once the beads were all laid out, I took my hot glue gun and I just started on one side and I glued these down to one of the square wooden pieces. Now you certainly could use a strong adhesive here if you prefer to do that to make sure this is extra sturdy, but I think hot glue will work just fine for this project. You're also going to want to save 4 to put feet on the bottom of this. Now that is optional. You don't have to do that, but if you do want to put some feet on this, definitely put 4 on the bottom of this piece that I'm working on right now. Taking some brown wax, I'm going to put that on one side of that wooden plank that doesn't have the wood beads, and then I am going to paint it all over that one where I glued the beads down, making sure to get the beads, the inside, the bottom portion, and I'm just going to cover it with that brown wax. Taking some of the Waverly chalk paint and the color plaster, I thought about using ivory but went with plaster. I grabbed a paintbrush and I started to brush that paint, just kind of dry brushing it all over these 2 pieces. So all over the beads, the bottom, that one side that I put brown wax on that flat piece of wood, and just got it nice and covered. Once all the paint was on there, I grabbed this piece of scrapbook paper. You can grab this printable down below. I traced around that flat piece, trimmed it with my paper cutter, and then I used the Mod Podge heat press trick again. I put some Mod Podge down on that wood square, let it dry, set my piece of scrapbook paper down, and used my mini heat press to get that applied. The last step was just to add a bunch of hot glue to the tops of those beads, and then this little floral piece is the top to our small riser, and now you've got yourself a very decorative riser. Do you believe that some of the Dollar Tree supplies in today's video were completely free just because I love to play games? If you love to play games on your phone as well, you are going to love today's sponsor, the Test 'em All app. Test 'em All is a loyalty rewards app for mobile games. That's right, you can actually get real money rewards for playing games. So how does this work? It's simple. You start by downloading the Test 'em All app and confirm access to track your game progress. In the app, you will see a variety of games that you can play with the coin reward count next to each game. The games often change, so there is sure to be something you'd love to play. Once you pick a game, you download the game, and the Test 'em All app will track your progress and reward you with coins when you complete a task. You can see the different tasks for each game and how many coins you will earn for each task. Once you've collected enough coins for a cash out, you can pick from one of the many options on the payout tab. Some of the rewards you might find are coupons and deals to your favorite brands, PayPal credit, Amazon gift cards, and more. Like I mentioned earlier, I withdrew my money from PayPal using the Test 'em All app and bought the wood planks and wood beads I used in my riser project. Want to do the same? Download that app. And make sure to check in with the app daily for special promotions that have offers for extra ways to earn coins. If you'd like to start earning rewards for just having fun by playing games, make sure to download the Test 'em All app today by clicking the link in the description or scanning one of the QR codes on the screen. You will need one of these paper towel holders from Dollar Tree and a vase if you don't have one laying around, preferably one shaped like this one here that I got at a thrift store. This one has been sitting in my garage. It was dark brown. I had spray painted it white and never did anything with it. So instead of going to buy one at Dollar Tree, I decided I'll go ahead and use this. So what I decided is I'm going to turn all of this into a lamp. And I decided to go ahead and paint this bottom portion pink because I am going to be using some rub-on transfers. Now, once I got it painted all the way pink, I grabbed some of these Essential Stencils transfers and these kind of colorful flowers and just started putting them on this vase. Now, one thing about Essential Stencils transfers is that they transfer so easily. So what I did is I first started at the very top, just putting a couple of the different designs. Then I put some towards the middle and the bottom of the vase, just again, putting those down wherever I thought they looked good. And then I kind of filled in the spaces with some of those little butterflies, single flowers, other things like that until I got the vase covered. So really you could decorate the vase however you want. If you get one of the glass ones from Dollar Tree, you can spray paint it. You too could add transfers to it, whatever you want to do. Then all you're going to need to pull this lamp together is, if you do have one of the Dollar Tree vases, you're definitely going to want to put some floral foam down at the bottom of the vase so that when you slide the paper towel holder in there, it can kind of secure itself and not wiggle around. The hole in this one was pretty small, so my paper towel holder fit in there very snugly, so I didn't have to add foam to the bottom of this. And then you're going to need a lampshade and a puck light. You can pick up a lampshade from the thrift store for pretty cheap, and then puck lights you can get anywhere. And there, you've got yourself a customized lamp using a vase and a paper towel holder. Next up, we're going to be making over one of these Dollar Tree trays. And you might remember that I have done last year, my faux stained Dollar Tree pumpkin went pretty viral. And so I'm going to do another faux stained. We're going to do a little spring tray. Again, this is an image. You can grab it down below. I just printed it on vellum. And the first thing I want to do though is paint this tray. I'm not going to paint the bottom. You want this to stay light for wherever you put your faux stained glass print on. So I'm going to paint the sides of this, and I decided to go with purple because, you know, spring. So I'm going to get this painted, and then we'll start working on, putting our faux stained. Oh, this is nice. Okay, apparently I didn't shake this enough. No bueno. This is not good. Okay. Oh, it's like, it's like a stain. Well, okay, shall we pivot with this and do this more like a purple stain? Okay, I'm thinking maybe yes. Happy accidents, y'all. Happy Bob Ross accidents. Okay, I can't say that I hate this. I think I might like this actually. This is what it's all about, people. Okay, let's hope that it still comes out liquid. Oh, now it's gonna come out like paint. No, I don't want the paint to, ew. Okay, well, so much for, I guess I could water it down. I ended up running with that happy accident and loved the stain look. So to do that, I just squirted a little bit of paint on the wood tray and took a baby wipe and rubbed it in until I liked how it looked. I did that on all 4 sides as well as the bottom of the tray and then the 4 inside pieces, leaving the bottom inside tray just plain because again, you're going to be putting your faux stained glass sheet on there and you want a light background behind it. Once it was stained, I did peel off the tape, and then I need to take my stained glass printable and figure out where I needed to cut it. So to do this, I decided this time to just simply put it on top. I could feel and see where the inside of the tray was, so I marked it in the 4 corners, and then I was able to trim it down with my paper cutter. Now, another technique that I used when I made that stained glass pumpkin, I will definitely link that video down below for you as well, in case you want to see that project. I actually chalk outlined on the wooden pumpkin, put my vellum sheet, made templates that way, and so that's another way that you can mark off to make sure that you cut down your pieces correctly. But just check out that video down below if you want to know a little bit more about that. Then it was time to take some Mod Podge, and I simply added a coat of that to the bottom inside part of my tray. I let that dry really good. Then using my mini heat press on the lowest setting, I took my vellum sheet, set it down on top of the bottom portion of the tray, took a piece of parchment paper, and then I just pressed down to activate that Mod Podge and get the vellum down. This is a surefire way to make sure that you don't have any wrinkles or lumps or bumps or anything like that. The vellum is very fragile, especially when you work with Mod Podge. So definitely try this method if you've never tried it before. It works wonders. And just like that, you've got a cute trinket tray to use in your home. For this DIY, you need some of these wood circles from Dollar Tree. You can get the bigger ones if you find those, or these will work as well. And you'll need some of these wood joiner biscuits. Now, a couple years ago, I did an entire video making DIYs using these. I will link it down below in case you decide to pick up a jar of these. They're inexpensive. I got mine on Amazon. You can get them from the hardware store. And what we're going to do is make a flower with these. Once I figured out how many wood biscuits I needed, I grabbed this clearance frame that I had in my stash. You could grab one of the trays from Dollar Tree or one of the wooden canvases from Dollar Tree or whatever you have in your stash. Or you could just attach a dowel rod to this if you wanted to just put a bunch of these flowers in a vase. I popped off the back of this and decided that I wanted to put some scrapbook paper on top of it. So I just kind of flipped through to find something that would go well with a sunflower vibe. Once I found that, I traced the back onto the scrapbook paper, I cut it out, and then I attached it to the backing and put that back into the frame. From there, I was ready to paint the petals, and I grabbed the color Sunflower and I painted the petals with one coat of the paint. While the petals were drying, I grabbed this small wood round and used some brown wax and just rubbed it all over there. I wasn't necessarily trying to get it super dark brown. You definitely could paint it if you wanted to. I just like the texture of these wood browns because it kind of really looks like a sunflower up close. And so I just wanted a little bit of a brown hint to that. The final step is to lay out all the petals so I know exactly where I want to glue them down. So I took 5 petals, placed those down, then I went ahead and glued them into place. Then I took the next 5 petals and they went in between the petals that are on the bottom layer. I figured out where those need to go, and again I used some hot glue to glue those down. And then the finishing touch was simply just putting a little bit of glue on there, and I put my brown wood round down, and now I've got a very simple little floral decor piece. Thank you so much for watching today's video. That's going to wrap it up here. Let me know down below which one of these Dollar Tree DIYs was your favorite. Also, with spring DIY season approaching, let me know, what is your theme? What type of DIYs are you hoping I do? Are you hoping there's lots of florals, bunnies? Just let me know down below in the comments. I would love to see what y'all are looking for so that I can hopefully make a bunch of those DIYs for you. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I really do appreciate it. Here are some more videos you might want to check out, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!